game, but how did you feel in your first outing with the Blazers?
Shoot-around felt good just to be back. It's all starting to, it will start to come back, slowly, as far as just, shoot-arounds and the approach of, of that, the mentality you have to have with that. But, it was short, but I got a chance to just be, around the team, be around the guys. This really was my first time outside of the game, just being around the guys in a different element, really being able to go over some things that we need to go over and try to get better at that.
How did your body feel the next day?
I feel great.
Yeah.
I feel great. I think you'll hear me talking about that a lot, just due to the fact, the work that I've been able to put in over the past year, and specifically on my body. Like I feel great. I think I would benefit from that time off physically, and today and yesterday, but it felt very good.
How chill is the vibe of this team that's compared to any other situations that you previously been in at all, just like as far as how chill the guys are?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's, I always say that the organization goes as a personality of the team, right? And this team is super kind of laid back, great group of guys, want to learn, want to get better, want to win, but also it's a super, laid back situation. Not from a basketball standpoint, but just the aura of the team, the aura of the coaching staff and the people that's around the organization. It fits me, man. It's very mellow. So.
You were part of one of the best draft classes ever, and we've seen sort of Father Time have his way with some members, and LeBron's still tearing it up.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about when you think about that draft class and your place in it?
I for one, I think we were the best. I mean, I have to say that. No disrespect to '96 in the other class. Those was great classes, but I'm a little biased. But for the most part, I think the resources that we have today, as opposed to what those guys had, back then, it gives us more time. It gives us more focus on our body. It gives us more outlets to take care of our body and do things that we have to do to keep the longevity going with our career. What LeBron is doing is incredible, but that's just a testament of the work that he puts in, the work that he puts on his body, the work that he puts on his mind. And I think nowadays the age right now is, I think that goes out the window. If this was years ago and somebody was 33, 34, 35, it'd be like, oh, he's old, but it's a mental thing. I think it's a mindset thing. If you putting in the work and you doing what you have to do to take care of yourself.
Did LeBron, and obviously where he's at now, but even last season, before he sat down, did that persuade you even more that you had gas in your tank?
Well, I always believed in myself, right? And just being around him, sometimes in the summer and talking to guys, it's like, my biggest thing was just to focus on my body, and like just get my body right and just be prepared for kind of this new game, right? It is a new game, right? It's a faster pace, it's a more athletic game, so I had to prepare myself for that to be able to come back and, be effective in that aspect.
How much do you feel like you're picking up plays and stuff now that you've had at least a few days, not much?
I'm still picking up plays. It's I'm relying a lot on my experience in playing against Portland and the plays that they used to run. But it's going to take some time to like really, get the timing down, and playing with CJ, now is very different playing, as opposed to playing with CJ and Dame. So it's timing, it's flow, it's rhythm, it's all of those things that, if you're not in basketball, it's very hard to understand that.
Can you give some insight from like preparing for this trip? Like, imagine you're in New York and like, shit, I got to pack for 6 days. Like,
yeah, I was in LA, man. And
I
was in LA. I was training, I was working, I was just continuing life, and then I get the call and it's like, we want you to come tomorrow, and I'm like, all right. I'm year 17, man. It's other things that come into play, family, and you want to make sure everybody's on the same page. You want to communicate. You want to, my son was sad that I was leaving, so that's why, one of the reasons I brought him to New Orleans, so he can just have that experience. But, that's the business of this game, right? It's at any given time, you can move, you can be out, and the people that is affected by that, all your close ones and all your families.
So you flew from LA to New York?
I flew to LA to New York to just be around my family for a couple of days, get some things, situated and get ready for a 5-game road trip.
Is that where you pack all your stuff in New York?
Yeah, of course. I just grabbed some stuff and I went.
Yeah.
It's, at the end of the day, we got FedEx numbers and stuff, so we can ship some stuff out.
Yeah.
What did you think of the reaction from the fans? Not only kind of on social, but in the arena too in New Orleans. It seemed
Yeah,
like
I think for the most part, man, the appreciation of me, right, and the support that I have from not just my fans, but it seems like from a lot of different people, man, and that's something that it's a humbling experience for me, right, and you go from being one type of player to being out the game and having an opportunity to come back and just seeing the support system that you have from just fans, and that would never go unappreciated.
You talked about this morning being a chance to be around the guys a little bit more. Did you guys go out to dinner last night or anything?
Not yet, man. It's not yet. We can't cram it all into one day. It's been 48 hours since I've been here, so we'll have our time. We'll have our time to go eat and hang out and get to know one another. Right now the focus is more on basketball and then getting to the flow of things, but that stuff will happen.
Did you have a chance to talk to Damon and CJ before signing? I know you had talked in the past, but
Yeah, I talked to Dame, I talked to CJ, man, and those two guys was very supportive of making this happen, right? And they fought for it, they pushed for it. They knew where I was at, as far as mentally and being willing to just let go of the game if the situation wasn't the right situation for all parties. But they believed in that and they supported that, and that was one of the big reasons that I pulled that trigger.
So how do you feel about your chemistry with the team so far?
I don't think I have chemistry with the team yet. That will happen. I think now is just getting back into the flow of things, finding a rhythm, timing. As far as chemistry, that definitely doesn't happen overnight. Those guys been together for years. Dame and CJ been together for years. So, that's going to take some time. But when it happened, I think everybody will be excited about that. Thank you.